Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox. What comes to mind when you hear the word grand? Is it a watch with presence, technical sophistication, opulence, and ambitious pricing? How about all of the above? Today, it's the Grand Seiko Spring Drive 8 Days, and this is the Collector's Take. The story of the 8-day Spring Drive begins in the year 2000. That is when Seiko Epson, in their Shiojiro Nagano Prefecture department, established the Micro Artist Studio. 10, 11, maybe 12 people, no more, dedicated to bringing the best worldwide watchmaking haute horlogerie traditions to central Japan. Now, initially, these folks working by hand at low volume, dozens to be sure, not hundreds per year, built watches under the Apex brand Credor. In 2016, however, they created their first ever Grand Seiko watch to be created out of Micro Artist, and that, the SBGD001, is today's 8-day Spring Drive. Now, the watch was also the first 8-day Spring Drive movement. Manually wound with 3 barrels in series, you only need touch the watch a single time per week to energize it. How it looks and why. This watch has presence, if only because it is physically large for a time-only dress watch. The platinum case measures 43 millimeters in diameter, 13.5 millimeters thick, and 51.8 millimeters from lug to lug, which means for a dress watch, it's positively huge. Now, it also has a very modern stance on the wrist with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. It's broad and has a proper platform for mounting the forearm, but take a look in profile. Are you as surprised as I am to see strap tool holes on a $50,000 watch? You could see some of the legacy of Seiko's mainstream sports watches and everyday drivers right there. Now, take a look at the dial. This is the centerpiece of the watch. 3 hands, no date, with what's described as a diamond dust dial base. It's a combination of old-fashioned hand polishing, galvanic plating, and media blasting, but the main event is the dial furniture, the hands, the logo, and the indices. These are precision cut on micrometric diamond-tipped milling tools by artisans who only create these components all day long. That's why you have razor-like, gem-like facets on the edge of the Dauphine hour and minute hands plus the hour indices themselves. And because I know you're wondering, yes, the seconds hand is true fired blue steel. Take a look at the glide of the seconds hand. That's distinctive of Spring Drive, a technology that took from 1977 to 1999 to develop, a fusion of mechanical and quartz watchmaking. It has no staggers, no starts, no stops, no ticks. The hand is as smooth and seamless as it appears. Now turn it in profile. Take a look at the sapphire. It is dramatically boxed and cambered. This is no mean crystal. With that level of loft, this sapphire was expensive to cut. Take a look at the case. Maybe not in form as refined as the rest of the watch or particularly nuanced, but the mirrored shine is memorable. Optically smooth and hand-finished, this is what Seiko and Grand Seiko call Zaratsu finish. Now, while it's often billed, including by the company, as a form of polishing suitable for a samurai sword, that's a little bit of hyperbole. This isn't a Kill Bill watch. Zaratsu is the Japanese word for zalets, which is the name of the European origin machines used for this finishing. But don't underestimate it. It is a handcraft that takes 3 years to master. The surface to be polished is held directly against a spinning tin plate, and this mirrored black polish is the result. This watch is hand-finished inside and out. Take a quick look at the clasp. A bit of an oddity here. It is entirely platinum, but it uses platinum 900 for its swing arm. So PT 950 is watch and jewelry grade, and normally on delicate clasp mechanisms, you'll see white gold from Swiss watches made of platinum. Well, that's unsuitable at Grand Seiko, so this is all platinum, but the mechanically harder and more resilient PT 900 is used to obviate the need for mechanically hardy white gold inside the clasp. Standout features of the watch. First, let's talk about some of the functions and features of this timepiece. Now, you might not think it, but when you flip the watch, you realize this is a complication, as it has a case-back power reserve indicator. Flip it back to the dial side. Take a quick look. Not only do we have hacking or stop seconds when you pull out the crown, but in the intermediate position, we have a independently mobile time zone jumping hour hand so you can keep the watch running and avoid displacing the other hands even as you jump time zone while traveling. That's right, it is a semi-travel time watch. Now take a look at the movement. This is the main event, 9R01, crafted by the Micro Artist Studio. Take a look at the signature down in the lower right-hand corner. You can see the bell flower. That is the symbol of Shiojiro in Nagano, where the Seiko Micro Artist Studio is located. Now, follow the 3/4 plate, actually one might call it a 4/5 plate, up to the governing wheel and take a look at the mountainous profile of the bridge itself. Well, this is often cited as the profile of Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is far enough away from Shiojiro that it may not be visible. However, the studio does sit amid what are known as the Japanese Alps, so perhaps we're looking at the peak of Mount Journe or Mount Hotaka. 3 barrels in series give you 8 days of power reserve, so only 1 winding intervention per week is necessary. Take note, the watch, shockingly, for a dress timepiece, is 100 meters water resistant. You want more? You got it. This watch is accurate to no worse than plus or minus 10 seconds per month. Spring drive, it's exactly what the name implies. A spring, mechanical drive, no batteries, no capacitors, no motors. You wind the spring drives a drivetrain. Let's take a look at the unidirectional spinning governing wheel. As it turns, mechanically driven, it creates an induced electrical current, which wakes up a quartz oscillator, which uses an electromagnetic braking force to meter out the time depicted on the dial, and the hands are driven by the mechanically driven spring-actuated drivetrain. It's the perfect mix of the soul of mechanical with the precision of quartz. Viewing the boxed set. Let's take a quick look. Well, in the case of this rather grand watch, we get a rather grand box. It's not necessarily more opulent than a standard Grand Seiko, but it is bigger. Inside, you can find a reference hang tag with the original retail price of $55,000 US. We have a little box with a pillow for the watch itself. There is a mitten-style polishing cloth included. We have our Grand Seiko limited warranty booklet. We have the Grand Seiko Spring Drive 8 Days operating manual, and something I love to see on page 68, a realistic portrayal of the watch being described. You also get a little hotline card. It's not for a salesman, it's for Grand Seiko itself. If you have any questions or special requirements after buying your $55,000 Grand Seiko, you can call the hotline for individual attention. How it fits, who it fits. First of all, a 43mm platinum dress watch is going to require a large wrist. At almost 52mm from lug to lug, I can say in good conscience that your wrist better be flat across the top and 17 centimeters in circumference to wear this watch with any amount of decorum. Remember, it's a dress watch, not a panerai. It should look proportional. Who should consider this watch? Well, first, tech fans and tech burnouts. If you're a Silicon Valley mogul with money to match, maybe you're sick of disposable electronic products. This is a lifetime electronic product, not just your lifetime, that of your kids and your grandkids. It's the antidote to disposable tech. Alternatives to consider. First, the Audemars Piguet Code 1159 self-winding. I choose it because, like the SBGD001, it has an outsized presence, and it's a little bit oversized, one might say, for a pure dress timepiece. It has the horological chops to match, and though it does have the presence, it's not quite on the same level as the finish of the Grand Seiko. Or you could keep it in the family. In 2017, Grand Seiko launched the SBGD002, a rose gold version of the 001. Same size, same power plant, but on the dial, a lovely sprinkled black night sky created by a combination of media blasting and painting. Take a look at the 2004 50-piece limited edition Panerai PAM 198. 45mm in platinum, it is the Radiomir 8 Days. Its caliber 15 is based on a Shiojiro 8-day base movement, but it has an abundance of lume and a 100-meter water resistance to match the Grand Seiko. In 1989, Toyota, purveyor of commuter cars and daily drivers, decided it needed something more impressive to market in the luxury space, and Lexus was created. Well, Grand Seiko may have Seiko blazing on the dial, but in the case of the Spring Drive 8 Days, no excuses are necessary, and that is the collector's take.